This week's deadly nitrogen leak at a Hall County poultry plant has devastated an entire community, and today that grieving community will come together to remember the 6 people killed. Mara Sirianni has more.
The vigil is set for 4 o'clock this afternoon outside the plant in Hall County. Organizers hope to offer the victims' families peace through prayer.
A prayer vigil for the families, and we are bringing resources such as counseling, spiritual counseling, and also other resources for the families and everybody that has been impacted by this tragedy.
Flowers and candles outside the Foundation Food Group plant in Gainesville, where earlier this week a liquid nitrogen leak caused 6 deaths. 12 more people had to be rushed to the hospital. Friday, firefighters tested and found no ammonia in the air. The last update on the conditions of those injured show most have been discharged, including 1 firefighter, but 3 remained in critical condition. The family of one of those victims who died shared these photos with us. 35-year-old Corey Murphy, described in an online fundraiser as a loving father, devoted husband, caring son, and the best brother and uncle. He was an avid horse trainer and rider, an excellent soldier, and never met a stranger. Moving forward, the investigation is expected to take several days. Results as far as what caused the leak aren't expected until next week at the earliest. Until that investigation wraps up, work at the plant will remain shut down. Again, that vigil is set for 4 o'clock this afternoon.